Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Don't remember if I read for you before. I do so many, so I like to just give a little speech. And I hope you're staying well. Sorry for the delay in all this first. I just haven't been able to work at home the last few days. Too many people running around. There's no peace and quiet. Anyway, so I see, hear, feel, sense, know. They talk to me, but they also show me pictures, and I call it spiritual charades, and I describe the picture the best that I can. They never waste a message. There's always a reason for whatever they show or say. They don't always. If you don't understand it, something that they say now, you'll either remember it later, see it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later. And they don't always tell us what we want to know, they tell us what we need to know. So, this is not an exact science. We communicate the best way we can. Sometimes you got to think outside the box a little bit, stretch a little bit. They're only going to tell me, they won't tell me all the details because the details are none of my business, but should give me enough that you'll understand what they're talking about. So, she's okay. She's calling herself Mama Rita. Mama Rita. Mama Rita. She's going, girl, girl. Don't you know how much I love you? We were more like soul sisters. And she's not talking about soul like in music or something. She's talking about soul as an actual soul sister. So you guys had some kind of a soul connection. So, and soul connections are, I don't know how to explain a soul connection. You just feel it in your gut. There's that special, it's almost like there's an invisible rope going from gut to gut or heart to heart. Anyway, it's usually a soul connection. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Usually a soul connection, you've traveled, I don't know if you believe in past lives, but you've traveled in other lives together. Sometimes you're the husband and the wife. Sometimes you're the wife and the husband. Sometimes you're sisters, sometimes you're parents, sometimes uh, genders can change, roles change, that because you learn different lessons each time you come. Usually we stay pretty much in the same energy unless somebody refuses to learn their lessons, and some might move up a little bit, but I don't know exactly how it works. I just know it's something like that. It's what they've shown me, and so you guys had some kind of a soul connection. She's she's shown herself with this big ear, so she's like she always listened to what you had to say, even if she shook her finger at you once in a while. Not very often, but she always had that ear for you. So she says, without judgment, with she says she listened with love, without judgment. She listened with her heart more than her ear. She heard your pain. She still hears. She still hears your pain. I promise you 1,000%. She can hear you and she can see you. It's just like they're in the next room around the corner. So she says, I still hear your pain. talk to me. Like I said, I promise you she can hear you. So talk your little heart out to her. She's still listening. And when you get done talking to her, you talk to her all the time. Um, when you get done talking to her, and you don't even have to say it out loud, you can talk telepathically. You can just think it, talk to her. Then ask her to show you a sign that she heard you. And it may not happen like right that instant, but give it a little bit of time. Something may flash up on the TV, somebody with the name Rita, or something that looks like a place you went to, or just something that will remind you of her, or some kind of little sign. She's showing like you guys used to, and I don't remember what was in that picture that you sent, but you guys used to go to a lake, someplace where there was water, but it doesn't look like the ocean and the beach. It looks more like maybe a lake or pond where you guys used to sit and talk. She says, imagine yourself going there, and she will come sit and listen to you. So visualize it, imagine it. Tell her ahead of time, I'm going to go to this place in my mind, and I'd like for you to join me. I'd like to talk to you. And she'll let you know that she hears you. She says, I didn't want you to know. I didn't want anybody to know. It was my cross to bear, my battle. Nobody needed to know what was going on. Besides, I thought, I've got this shit. I've got this shit. It's okay. I can do this. She's shown like at least one time, I have the feeling more, that she's showing an actual old phone. She's not even showing a cell phone. But it's just, doesn't mean she had an old phone. But she's showing like picking up the phone receiver, gonna call you and tell you and talk to you about it, and then she put it back down. Nope, I don't need to worry anybody. I've got this shit. And then she would go in the other room and cry, where nobody saw her, nobody knew, because, like she said, she felt like it was her cross to bear. She says she felt like it was her job to listen to you and for you to dump all your problems on her in her ear, that it was not for her to do the reverse. And then she's kind of getting all, um, she was strong. Because she's shown herself in a kitchen, probably your kitchen, and she there's a big pot on the stove, big long spoon in it, something It looks like it could be like spaghetti sauce, or like a big, huge batch of spaghetti sauce, or chili, or it's got that kind of reddish tint to it. May not be. She may just be showing me a big pot. Might be a big pot of soup with kind of that color. Like something about the color of it. And she sticks her finger in it in the pot, even though it's probably hot. It's been cooking, and she tastes it. She's tasting it to see if it tastes right. So I'm assuming that's something she used to do. So okay, now she's looking at the in the oven. Some kind of fresh baked bread rolls, cinnamon rolls, something like bread, like yeast, in the oven as this pot, and she's flapping the door. She's flapping the door, so you'll hear your oven door. Like just a minute ago when I was doing a reading, I heard my refrigerator shut. Well, there's nobody in my kitchen, but I heard the sound of the refrigerator door shutting. So you'll hear that oven door open or shut, or both. Okay, so now she's there's a big wooden spoon in this pot, and she picks it up out of the pot. She shows me the wooden spoon, and then she taps it on the top of the metal. It's a metal pot. Looks like metal. Show me again. It looks like silver metal. So imagine what the sound of a big, long wooden spoon that you would use to stir in this pot would sound like if you tapped it on the edge of this silver metal pot. You'll hear that noise. And usually it won't be real loud. Sometimes they can. Usually it's not when you're in the same room. You're also going to get the smell of whatever that is. So this must be something that she cooked for you. So anyway, usually you don't hear it when you're standing right in the kitchen. Usually you're walking out of the room, or you just go sit down in the living room and you go, what was that? So okay. And then the smell. You can get this smell anywhere. You can be outside, in Walmart, in the store, in the car. It doesn't matter where it is, and get the whiff of whatever this is in that pot. She's not wavering off of this pot. So anyway, she says ethnic food. I don't know what she means by that. Anyway, the details are not for me to know. It's none of my business. So hopefully she'll give me enough so you understand what it is. Forgot where I was at. Oops, squirrel, gone. So she's oh, make sure you validate her when you get the smell, when you get to hear the noise. You validate her, acknowledge her, tell her you love her, ask her to bring you more, and she will. And let her know that she's welcome to do it if that's what you want. She's calling herself, she already said Mama Rita. She's not saying Low Rita, but now she's saying something else like Ma Rita. Like starts with an M, but now she's not saying Mama Rita, but it's something with an M, Rita. But I can't quite pick up whatever those few letters are in there. She's trying to say it in your ear too. She's trying. Okay, now I just got a tickle right here. Like she took her finger and went like this right here, and it touched my scalp. Kind of felt like a bug dive bombed in there, but I know there's not. So you'll get that too. Make sure you acknowledge her. Well, they always make my head itch, but that was totally different. That was like a finger going like that. Anyway, make sure you acknowledge her and tell her it's okay and thank her. Tell her you love her, all that stuff. So I forgot where I was going now. There I go again. She distracted me. Darn it. Okay. Oh, the ear. She reminded me of the ear. So in one ear, you will probably hear muttering, mumbling. You could hear a ps, or it could be a buzz, something along, but it'll be one ear at a time. She's trying to say this name in your ear so you know that she's there. So you know that she hears you. Usually when Bob does it, matter of fact, I don't know where he's at. He's usually here. He's in trouble. He hadn't been here for a while. Much. When Bob gets really close and his energy gets really close to my ear, it's usually my left ear. Sometimes my ear will actually turn bright red. This whole ear will get hot. Sometimes the side of my face will even get hot. Depends on how close he is and how strong it gets. So any of that can go along with the ear buzzing, or now if both ears buzz, I have tinnitus. That doesn't count. She says you were a special case, C-A-S-E. And now that my ear's tickling back here. I don't know, that's her energy this time. Usually I know the difference, but, or if that's something she's going to do, but it was behind my ear. So if you get that, no, that's probably her. She said you were a special case. Know that I did, and I do truly, truly love you. You were a blessing to my life. She says you gave her hope. You gave her hope and you gave her something to fight for. And I think she means in the end. You gave her hope all along, but you gave her something to fight for in the end. That's almost two separate things. She's saying wash your hands. Well, we're in the big corona thing. She's saying wash your hands. She's going like this. She goes, don't breathe anything. Don't breathe anything. So she knows what's going on. It will be okay. Let God do what he needs to do. I'm not sure what she's doing because it's, she must be a lot higher up because it's like she can hear the angels singing. And most of the time when I talk to them, they're not quite that close. I don't know if they all get to have a little taste of. I just barely heard the music a couple of times, and it's something that cannot be described because it's not anything like we have here. But she's showing angels blowing trumpets. Um, she's hearing it. It's like she's below it, right below it, but she can sing with them. She's not really singing with them, but they're singing. She's singing too, but she's not level with them, but she's close enough that she can hear it. She says, Lord girl, it's beautiful here. And right now we're all rejoicing because we're getting more. That sounds bad. I mean, on our end. And we're welcoming all with open arms. I don't know if she's some kind of a messenger. She's higher up. Says, Lord girl, I fought for this spot my whole life. Now I know that I can now be your guide in a different way. Talk to me. Okay, so she's showing me, I don't know if she means right now or this, you were kind of off your path a little bit, but now you come back and it looks like a very smooth, like you didn't go out and do really, really bad things a while, but you kind of got off the road a little bit, but it looks like really smooth and calm, almost like floating, which most of them are like a when they show me. Just got off a little bit, and you're back on or almost back on, like this far away. Okay, so she can be some type of a guide for you, and I truly believe now. Bob, I knew him here. He's been my main guide since I started this work. I truly believe that doesn't happen a lot. That usually when your loved ones leave, that they're just your loved ones on the other side. You don't get the ones that you love deeply in your heart as a guide. But I have Bob, and you've got her, and she's a much higher up. So talk to her. Ask her to help guide you. Ask her to help bring you people and things that you need. Allow her. We have free will choice, and if we decide that we want to marry the poorest guy that lives in a hut when they offer us the richest guy in the world, that's our free will choice. There's nothing they can do about that. But they can open doors for you. They can bring people to you to assist you on your next step in life. She says change is good. Everything's supposed to change. So ask her. And then give her time to get her little team together up there to maybe nudge the appropriate person that needs to step forward or open a job opportunity for you or a schooling opportunity for you or a grant for you or whatever it is that you need. You have to give them a little bit of time to nudge those people and open those doors and nudge that door open. But it should be the one you want to ask. She She said, I'm always here to serve you. No, you will not hold me down there. It doesn't work that way. She says you have a very, very bright future in front of you. Once you get totally back on your path, she doesn't see you wavering from it. But that's your free will choice too. You can always choose, let's go left for a little while. You'll still end up back where you need to be, but you just take the scenic route. I call it the scenic route. You learn other lessons when you make these little whoop-de-doos off your path. Then you learn lessons that you need to learn. It'll help you further down the road. You'll still end up going where you're supposed to go. Sorry, they make me itch. We need to have a talk, guys. Know that you are divinely protected, she said. Now she's singing, it's an old song, Onward Christian Soldiers, marching off to war. So look up Onward Christian Soldiers. And look up the words of that song, or play it on YouTube or whatever. We are fighting for the good. For the love. There will be nothing but good and love in our lives. Stay on that side, she says. Okay, she's going to leave. I don't know that she gave me a lot of validations except for whatever was in that pot, so maybe sitting by the lake. So don't forget, talk to her. She's all about wanting to talk to you, or listen to you anyway. Know that she loves you very, very deeply, and she's going to be a super excellent guide for you. But you have to allow her to. You have to allow, and you have to accept whatever comes. You can say no to it. It's your free will choice. Whatever ends up showing up that you asked for. I feel like you're going to be very, very blessed. Okay, my dear, she's leaving. Much love to you. Thank you for being patient. Sorry, people got in my way this week. I couldn't work. So hopefully I'll get everybody caught up now. Much love to you. Stay safe. Be careful. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voices for your loved ones. Getting more titles. I won't have enough breath. See you later. Thank you.